Dominator in terms of the draft because they have priorities on the either the Lady Sun or even the Mai Shernui. The question is, will they respect ban it or will they take it for themselves?
Yep, alright, so I'm just gonna go ham here with the first ban, Musashi as well as the Zhang Fei. These are two very strong picks, right? The anti-heal as well as the shield, the unbridled outburst. Definitely going to be useful against the likes of Dominator Esports. But once again, the doors open up. The Mai Shiranui looking to continue on her win streak, this time with DMT.
I mean, I'm kind of glad that DMT are picking it up, right? Because we had some Mai Shiranui picks today, and they kind of dirtied the mark. It was a completely 100% ban rate yesterday, and then it came through a few games before DMT, and they're sort of moving that winning rate up a little bit more positive. But hey, let's look at the side of FUT Esports here, going for the Dharma and the Ogryn again.
Okay, I like it. So I like the fact that Void goes back into the Dharma. I think he had something of value, and it was something that was quite damaging to the side of DMT.
Okay.
Now the question is, can they provide this same value? Can they have a better structure around the team so that FUT Esports can take one game back against the Indonesian champions so far?
Yes, I mean, they go in for the same old Sung and Dance, right? The Liam Po once more. I'm sure that OSX is super happy with that, but the Liam Po, I think, is just a great counter for the Ogryn, right? So that knock up, the Tremor Smash, the Magma Slam is the Slammer Jam that you need for DMT.
Nothing is being changed from DMT right now, man. Like, they're just giving away the Ogryn, the Luong. Same thing as well for FUT. I'm having deja vus, right? In the game number 1, what could happen? Same thing. But the one thing that changes here is the bans. They take out Dolia. There's more ways that they can utilize this Dolia by DMT gets, but DMT says, okay, we won't go with any possible way to change because this kind of lead that they're going for completely, for them it's like a perfect winning solution up against any lineup right now against FUT.
Yep, DMT now understands what the win conditions are on the side of FUT, right? They want to make sure they don't get that long-range CC, and that's in the form of Mortar as well. And likewise, FUT, they want to take out the two signature picks of Dominator Esports. That's coming in the form of the Han Sing as well as the Dun. And at this point, it's really tough for the side of FUT because a lot of the doors are closing in. What does the coach have in mind for them?
Yeah, they're really thinking right now. Right on point in how the coach is seeing this draft right now. You mentioned about the two signature bits. FUT respected that. They know how the damage was dealt from game number 1. And now, same thing. They're limiting down the choices of FUT right in terms of the roaming.
Yeah, you know what? If I were in the DMT's shoes, I would actually allow the tie-in to be picked up. I like the fact that it takes a bit of time to grow this tie-in, but nonetheless, it's a risk that I think Dominator, that's the reason why they're called Dominator, right? They don't give you spaces to breathe. They want to dominate you from the start to the finish.
Wow, man. Like, I'm just thinking how this kind of like FUT's feeling right now. It's the pressure, right?
Yeah.
How do you counter pressure with that kind of targeted specific ban? Like, they opened the Liu Bang. Liu Bang, how Liu Bang is being maximized since yesterday on the global response to the marksmen or for the farmland. He could be anywhere in terms of the pushing and the support. But as you said, it could be a different ban. But this opens up another one, like the dash out. It's open still, but it's not.
Oh my goodness, are we really gonna see it? The Luna coming through? That is, oh my goodness, Luna is going to be the bane of existence for the side of FUT Esports. Okay, if you take a look at Freddy's chair, do you notice that there was a shovel behind? They're digging 6-foot deep graves for the side of FUT Esports there with this last two picks.
You got me there. I was thinking, like, who puts shovel on the stage right now? I was kind of thinking, but good thing right now that they want to go with this Luna pick and they were willing to give out the ban of the Cayenne. Now they're forced to have this the Haino for FUT. So in this kind of way, do you want to either poke the front line that was a problem from game number 1 for this Luna? I think they're more happy with this decision.
Yeah, but it's a good pick, right? I think this is a stronger draft coming in from FUT Esports. So we'll see, right? Can our Turkish representatives from the region come in and put up a better performance against the current kings of Indonesia?
I mean, they have to, right? Because, I mean, if they don't do anything this game, there's no more leeway for them. They have to do something, right? Their backs are against the wall, not only on the Gorge, but in terms of the tournament rankings.
Oh yeah, they're already 3 feet in the ground, right? Halfway there.
Oh, yeah, the shovel's already got dirt on it. The shovel has already got dirt on it. I mean, what a pet we're playing right, having a shovel. Unless they're going to start shaking it in the air, they're definitely using it something for a purpose.
All right, let's get right into it. It's going to be the potential decider here. FUT Esports trying to survive against Dominator Esports.
Okay, this is now the adjustment that we're about to see for FUT. We haven't seen the Heino being picked so far for today, but this gives a level for the mid lane to have that kind of free range clear with the minions as well, because that was lacking from game number 1. How do you manage to equalize the waves? Because that's one thing that FUT needs to address, because the Clash lane and the Roamer right now of DMT is just working perfectly to give the right information, depends on what time of the game.
Yeah, it's really of utmost importance that FUT Esports defends the jungle really aggressively, because you don't want to give Freddy room to grow. At this point, there's 2 members they need to watch out for, and that's going to be Freddy and Toshi, because if you give them growth, you're going to be punished real hard.
Okay, since we now see the Luna being picked up by DMT and they're really so happy with it, again, this kind of hero has so many combos if you're up against 3.
Oh yes, we see the Lost get ganked on here into his own jungle, but first blood is going to go over to 0307, already having a better performance than Snape on Lung. Are they quite not done yet? Ryuga on the Lubang, he's just making sure that L stays out of Lost jungle.
Beautiful play, and of all the people the final go into, they give it to their farm lane. 0307, very happy with it. I was going to say that's the number in his bank account, but it's a little small.
Maybe the last 4 digits, right? So maybe that's one thing to either maybe an area code or something.
Chipangs?
Oh, the truth mantra for Void! Oh, what is going on? Hey, for Esports, what have you done in that little mini break on stage? Did they see the shovel and thought, nah, survival instincts kicked in?
Yep, yeah. They have a shovel of their own as well. Void was very clinical with that one. An easy insta-kill there. It was a 2-hit combo that really knocked out Chipangs on that top lane.
Okay, like this kind of lineup that FUT went for the same thing from game number 1, having the Luong, having the Alkun with him, it's setups for this macro control over DMT. You have more ways to get in with the movement speed, get in for the reachability on where DMT is coming from. So that small mistakes you guys told me earlier could mean a great factor of setting up this 037 or the Luong of FUT to just get those items in for their damage as well.
Yeah, for sure. That's one thing they need to focus on. But the second thing is actually to try and invade and get the Azure Golem away from the hands of Freddy. We know Luna loves the Azure Golem, and once she doesn't have it, it's quite detrimental to her gameplay.
She just goes hungry, man. Like, if you want to empower more of this hero, being dependent on those kinds of buffs, especially the items, you don't want to die early on and be ganked multiple times, because right now FUT is willing to commit. Having the presence of Liu Bang here sets up a great response globally around the map, just in case they need some reinforcement.
Yep, he has some breathing room with the Dominator shield as well, right? So Ryuga gonna do well for himself to really get the aggression in, and once again, another camp stolen.
They're just calling everybody down bottom. It seems like DMT is finding an avenue to get a
Void!
Kill, but Void!
Yes, Void is there. We do get the knockback from the Maishiranui, but able to dash away is Jul. He's out of there with safe distance, vicariously living through Freddy. Is Freddy going to get some kills onto the side of FUT? Not quite. The damage is not there for Diana.
No, okay. I kind of felt that. Like, that kind of kiting that Luna can do, like Freddy, in the later stage of the game, like probably the mid-game, with the right items, that's going to hurt.
Yeah, you can definitely start to see the DMT feeling the pressure, right? And one thing of concern is L is still level 4.
Okay, like, since being on level 4 right now, up against Ryuga on level 5, probably want to build some strong frontline defense. Because one thing that FUT could do is invade the back line, either coming from the path of passing of an Ogren or even for the Heino. There's so much defense and high kite capability of FUT's heroes right now that they need to be wary of. So they need to be defense items to be in check on the first stages of the game, and also how do you counter back with damage?
Yep, exactly. L needs to be more survivable, right? Without the items, he's not going to be providing too much value. The Tremor Smash could be a suicide play instead.
Yeah, I had that most of the times, right? Sometimes I'm pushed to either be the sacrificial lamb of the team, but in this case, if DNT has the grip of the game right now, they don't need to lose it because momentum is slowly building up in FUT. You want to translate it to success. If you're coming from a loss since yesterday, man, I want to win.
Oh yeah, for sure. We definitely want to win, and these boys want to win as well. And FUT, hang on, Void.
Jill getting the knock-up onto Void, but then CG Bing coming in. Oh, yes, Luna gets the kill. Some more lovely bit of resources going over to Freddy. Exactly what they need. I mean, this is the troublesome thing, right? It's the late game potential of DMT's draft. But speaking of that, the Snape gets quite a bit of damage done onto him, but he is high enough. He can stab from a very far distance with the Scepters of Fate.
Yeah, they're going for pressure. Look.
They're going to try and catch him.
Yes, there is the Tremor Smash. It does land onto Ryuga. He's not able to get out of there. Joel getting a kill for DMT.
Yeah, putting in the mise en place here, right? Just setting up the ingredients for the kill. And DMT, they never miss the mark. Law's gonna try and solo work on this Overlord, and he's not gonna be discovered. Nobody is moving in. Oh, hang on!
Oh,
Reset!
no,
Oh, there was
no,
a big mistake!
Wasted. Oh, no, that's so sad, like, man.
Very sad. I mean, they've just wasted that mistake there. It's cost them the T1 into the mid lane. That's troublesome, but okay, Snape's getting the Flaming Palms onto L, but he's not going to be able to force anything else.
Looks like DMT's shaking up FUT right now, forcing them to respond on the crumbs that DMT's leaving. If they took that Tyrant or the Overlord away from them, it could mean a push because, again, the tower of DMT from down bottom has been taken down. They could actually pressure DMT to respond on those dragons right away.
Okay, at this point, Snape.
Yes, Luna going in. Not enough damage onto Snake, though. However, keeping that Faith Rewind is able to be able to bring the T1 back up to its original health, right?
Yeah, okay, Snape actually is going to be a very important person in the team fights because if he lands multiple Scepters of Fate, it's going to change the team fights. Freddy is not a tank. Freddy is a huge damage dealer.
Yeah. If Freddy has more position that's going to be set up by L or the Lee and Poe, that could mean something. Like, it's a complete, like, instant 2 kills away. But now how Ryuga is managing to control this river, look at that Poe.
Ooh. Oh! Okay, that was a little bit of a bait there onto Earl, bringing the loop bang from the battlefield command, right?
Okay, really close for Freddy diving in. Does he really want to do this?
Again, level 11. He's just trying to take a 3v1. We do have Toshi here as well now to try and lay the smackdown onto Lost.
Oh,
but
no.
they're just baiting.
With all those things happening against DMT and FUT in the mid lane, Dharma, Void has been pushing down bottom, making himself busy. How DMT's being distracted right now, they're using it as an advantage.
But this is taking a page out of DMT's plays, right? Pulling them all over the map.
Yeah, speaking of pulling all over the map, the Infinite Vastness is going to come through to masterfully by 0307.
Look at Dara, again, sneaky plays.
Man, if you want to gain control over the map, there's no turret taking it from the bottom lane of FUT because now they want to capitalize on this kind of waves from down bottom because that's where they can catch DMT off guard. Looking at this, they're trying their best to divert the attention of DMT up top.
Yeah, they're just trying to basically play the opposite play on the side of the map, right? They're just trying to keep Freddy away so he can't do any kind of damage into these team fights. Lost taking a few blows there from Toshi, and Jill is coming up to join just to try and give vision onto the back line. We don't want Void to come in and smash him, but hey,
eyes on Void decision.
Uh-oh, Truth Mantra may come through onto Jill. It does, it gets the knockdown as well. There we go, Crucial initiates. Freddy coming in from the back line as well. Snape takes a bit of damage, but it's not going to be enough. Oh, the dashes. The dashing dash, the dashing gentleman as well. The Conductor and Souls comes through. He's able to give a help over to Lost. Snape's going to be enough. Snape gets a Scepter of Fate onto the side of DMT. They're looking in trouble.
Now we understand why Void has 2 double-edged swords there. He had a push, but one thing that we were missing was the positioning of getting the ambush play from Jurl.
Yep, the synergy is working out, and they are playing their cards right? They're providing space for Snape to lay the Scepters of Fate down, and you can see the amount of damage he's doing. At the same time, Freddy, he's trying to jump in. He's in perfect positions, but nobody is, healthy enough to help him and assist him in getting the kills there.
Yeah, I understand you, man. Like, it's just speaking of being healthy, yeah, we're seeing the defensive items here being built up. There's no, maybe a Blazing Cape could be built by Lee and Poe, depending on how you want to consider the damage right now, because Axe of Torment of Dharma is really working the first way by enhancing his passive more for a defense. So I think they have more confidence. FUT has more advantage this time around on how they want to play with the front line. They're diverting the attention of DMT. Rinse and repeat. same thing.
Yeah, they didn't win the draft, but they're executing their draft just slightly better than DMT. So Dominator, they need to look for more. Void, once again, his positioning is so critical. He catches eyes onto Chibanks.
Okay, the Tyrant is now open. One thing also for Heino, he's going with magic damage. Now,
Yeah.
Mask of Agony instead of the Chalice being prioritized here by this Heino. They're going to be really deadly in terms of the poking here. Look at the kiting that's being dealt upon by Jurl right now. Look at the front line, man.
Oh! Flash from Void onto Joel, tries to take him down. There is the battle command coming from Ryuga, but there is the flaming bombs as well landing onto Lee and Poe. Down
Freddy.
goes the front line, but Freddy into the back. Is he going to take out Void? Yes, one is down. Can he go any more for Ryuga? There is a lot of damage. Yeah, double kill for Freddy.
Yeah, there's so much in and out. Look at another one. Oh!
Not quite, not
So
quite.
close.
Yep, he was close. I mean, you could feel the fear on the face of 0307 at this point. It's going to be T1 threatened at this point, but Lost, he's going to be the deterrence against Toshi. I don't think it's going to be working out too much, though. A couple of rolling raids will do the job. So, DMT, they're going to try and change it into the Tyrant.
Okay, translating more of the trade that happened. Now they have more damage, and I think this is more an answer for DMT to go in and just push with the lanes. But this one, open opportunity for FUT to take. The Overlord, will they go for it? There's a primal bond right now
They
for
can't, they
DMT. It's a big of a risk, right?
Yeah, they can't. Take a look at that Snape's health, right? Every rolling raid by Toshi has hurt him so much. And until they have all their ultimates together, 0307 needs that infinite vastness. If not, it's too much of a risk for the side of FUT Esports.
Okay, DMT right now is more advantageous in terms of the damage, and there's a team fight. Will they use the Overlord as bait? Because right now they're waiting for the right possible way to divert or even catch, but meanwhile they have spotted Lost. Slowly, FUT creating more of a distraction. Will they divert DMT now?
Yep. Freddy's just looking for an opening, right? He's going to be the straggler. He's going to try and go on solo as well. Lost is so low, and at this point, they're not biting onto the bait just yet. But in DMT, they're enjoying this. They don't mind.
Yeah, well, specifically on the gold lead right now, it was like a almost 4K difference like 3 minutes ago. Now it's slowly being in the same page as FUT.
Oh, here we go. Void comes in as well. Ryuga with a battle command coming in to save the day. Freddy already losing a lot of health there. Void just missing the mark. We see that G-Ping is pretty low as well. The Snape's damage is just doing fantastic for the side of FUT Esports. It may just open up the Overlord for FUT Esports, which could be a little bit of a comeback mechanic for the team themselves.
Yeah, very big zoning attempt here. And it's working out for FUT Esports, right? And now you're going to start to see the swing. 2,000 goalie in the hands of FUT.
The Dharma and you have the Liu Bang. This combo, man, the connection of Void and Ryuga, once they have vision by Jurl, once they get Jurl on a tight position to go and retreat back, they take it right away with no hesitation because they know that could be the game-changing factor.
Oh, the Tremor Smash does connect, but there's nobody else to just lead up with it. So Lady Sun and Toshi are just kind of like, hey, well, what's going on here? But okay, there we go. The Truth Match has just come through as well for Void. It's not going to be enough just yet. L just can soak that damage.
Okay, they have to be really careful. 0307, he knows someone's in the bush there.
Yeah, he knows something's going on and it's Joel.
Yeah, jail for the jail time, right? They want to put them in jail, put them in prison, and at this point, Freddy going in.
Oh, yeah, okay. They forces the Faith Rewind, which is good, which is good.
Yeah, that's going to be huge, right? They buy a lot of time. Now, this is a long time without the Fate Rewind, and this is a perfect fight. DMT, anytime they see an opening, they will take it.
Well, this is the opening of FUT. Like they're putting now DMT in a tight situation to respond where the Overlord Vanguard is. Look at that, another initiation.
Oh, bringing down the Freddy. That's going to be troublesome for the side of DMT. They have no way into the backline unless Joel decides he wants some jail time.
No, like you don't want to have that. You don't want that right now, considering that they have the lead. But slowly, FUT is maintaining distance on how the gold manages to just work on almost 4K. But this time around, they're just completely taking out turrets together with your push as well with the Shadow Vanguards. This is one way to see that DMT is on a tight spot to attack. They need to wait for the right moment. They need to wait for Freddy.
Yep, Al's just kind of trying to take away that Vanguard and was able to do it successfully, right? I think that's kind of like the Hail Mary play.
Yep, if you take a look at what's happening now, they're just allowing Snape the space to really throw those Scepters of Fate, and every single one that lands is a risk factor for the side of DMT, which is why they're so far behind in the towers as well. Now, this is an important marker. This next fight could spell the end of the game.
Okay, like going back on that item check earlier from FUT, we know how the Snape or even Haino on the top lane could go for tankiness, but now with the damage he has, the magic damage he has right now in 16 minutes almost, it's just a complete winning recipe to peel everybody from DMT.
Yep. Now, this is a pinnacle moment, right, for the game. Because at this point, I think all 10 players on the field are itemized for the final fight. So anyone that gets the wipeout will win the game.
Oh, yeah. I think the Tempest Dragon could be the answer on both teams right now if they let it happen. In a few minutes or seconds from now, we might see how FUT will manage to distract DMT. This is one way they keep on doing. Void and Ryuga, this perfect duo, Batman and Robin, having the advantage of taking out Drill out of the map, sets a good signal to just initiate DMT.
Yep. And at this point, Lost is the one in charge of vision control.
Yeah, I think he's just trying to bait enough abilities, right? Oh, okay, there is L. He's trying to just bait some more abilities. Just basically paying dividends to the side of FUT Esports. Tremor Smash comes through fastest to keep 0307 alive. But right now, there's a lot of pain going on to Jill. Jill goes down, my boy. So does Freddy resurrected, but it's not going to be enough. The knockback is just too clean. Is FUT Esports going to get another win from Indonesia? It's looking like it, right?
Yep, Toshi's still alive. Oh, Void!
Oh, Void, my boy. Dharma has been clean in this series. And double kill going over. FUT Esports are not out.
It is a perfect game, my god! Void was just the one putting the holes in their bodies, and this time the shovel is returned into the hands of FUT Esports. They are the ones digging the grave. 6 feet under, no, it is your turn.
Yeah, you see the smiles right here from the coach and the manager, even the team players right now of FUT. A much needed win. We all love